I'm Richard Clarke. Ramana Maharshi's teachings are deep and profound. Listen each day to deepen your practice. Welcome. I'm reviewing and commenting on the book Talks with Sri Ramana Maharshi. Today is from Talk 487, Part 3. Questioner: can it be complete happiness to remain self-realized if one does not contribute to the happiness of the world? How can one be so happy when there is a war in Spain, a war in China? Is it not selfishness to remain self-realized without helping the world? Maharshi: the self was pointed out to you to cover the universe and also transcend it. The world cannot remain apart from the self. If the realization of such self be called selfishness, that selfishness must cover the world also. It is nothing contemptible. Questioner: does not the realized man continue to live just like the non-realized being? Maharshi: yes, with this difference that the realized being does not see the world as being apart from the self. He possesses true knowledge and the internal happiness of being perfect, whereas the other person sees the world apart, feels imperfection, and is miserable. Otherwise, their physical actions are similar. In this dialogue, the questioner expresses a concern about whether it is right to focus on self-realization when there are external problems like wars in Spain and China. They ask if it is selfish to remain in the happiness of self-realization without helping the world. This reflects a common belief that the world is separate from the self, and those who have realized their true nature may still need to take part in worldly affairs to ensure the happiness of others. In Ramana's time, he was a prime exemplar of the happiness of realization, while Gandhi was the example of service to the world. Gandhi never visited Ramana, though he sent people to do so. Once he was in a car at Ramana's ashram's entrance, but he did not get out. I think his handlers didn't want him to go into Ramana's ashram, fearing that he wouldn't leave, and the revolution would be finished without his leadership. Sri Ramana Maharshi's response addresses the very foundation of this belief by explaining that the self is not separate from the world. The self encompasses the entire universe and transcends it as well. From the standpoint of self-realization, the world is not something other than the self. Thus, the idea of selfishness in this context doesn't apply in the way the questioner might think. In fact, Ramana says that if self-realization could be called selfishness, then that selfishness is so vast that it includes everything, covering the world as part of the self. Ramana said that what he did for the world is to show that he exists. When the questioner asks whether a realized person lives just like a non-realized person, Ramana acknowledges that outwardly their actions may seem similar, but the fundamental difference is in perception. The realized do not see the world as separate from the self, and as a result, they experience self-knowledge and perfect internal happiness. On the other hand, one who is not realized perceives the world as something apart from themselves, which creates a sense of imperfection and suffering. Ramana Maharshi is pointing to the fact that the root of all suffering lies in the perception of separation between the self and the world. Once this separation is dissolved, as it is for the realized, there is no longer a need to help the world as a distinct entity, because the self includes all. The realized person experiences the true unity of existence, while others remain trapped in a dualistic view that leads to suffering. In short, the self-realized acts in harmony with all, without being disturbed by the apparent troubles of the world, because they know the world is not apart from their own nature. So know yourself, and be always free and at peace. In 40 verses on reality, Ramana Maharshi explains the nature of the self, the ultimate reality, and self-inquiry. My new book, with my comments and inquiry questions, opens these teachings up and brings them into your practice and experience. Available now from Amazon. Link in the video description. These videos bring Ramana's teachings into your direct experience. Click subscribe to see more. Click thumbs up to like, and send questions and start a dialogue with a comment.